If you're over 60 and still taking these 4 common vitamins, you could be silently damaging your liver, your nerves, and even your manhood, without realizing it. I'm Dr. Mei Anderson. After 25 years treating senior men, I've seen these so-called health boosters ruin confidence, destroy intimacy, and drain vitality from men doing everything right. Today, I'm revealing the 4 most dangerous vitamins for men over 60. Vitamins your doctor probably recommended, sitting in your medicine cabinet right now. The final one causes permanent nerve damage that may never heal. In the next few minutes, you'll discover the heart vitamin that's quietly blocking blood flow and wrecking bedroom performance, the immune booster that's poisoning your liver while crashing testosterone, the bone strengthener that's hardening your arteries and destroying circulation, and the energy vitamin causing permanent nerve damage to thousands of senior men. Once nerve damage sets in, there's no turning back. I've seen grown men break down in my office realizing what they've done. If you're serious about staying sharp, strong, and confident after 60, hit subscribe now. I don't sell vitamins. I expose dangerous ones. Tap the bell for life-saving health alerts that could save your vitality and relationships. Let's begin with the most deceptive destroyer hiding in your medicine cabinet: synthetic vitamin E. It's an 8 out of 10 multivitamins marketed to seniors, promoted as essential heart protection. But high doses of synthetic vitamin E, those 400 to 800 IU capsules, actually block nitric oxide production, the molecule responsible for strong erections and healthy circulation. Gerald, a 64-year-old retired accountant, took 400 IU daily after a heart scare. His cardiologist promised cardiovascular protection. Gerald followed orders perfectly, every morning with breakfast. Within 4 months, something devastating happened. His morning confidence vanished. Spontaneous intimate moments with his wife of 40 years disappeared. He felt his body was betraying him. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, but your body seems to work against you? This might be exactly why. Here's the truth about high-dose synthetic vitamin E that no doctor will tell you. Instead of protecting circulation, it disrupts your body's antioxidant balance. It competes with vitamin C and selenium, nutrients essential for healthy blood vessels. Clinical studies show men over 60 taking more than 400 IU daily have a 17% increased risk of prostate inflammation. Your prostate health directly impacts sexual function, and chronic inflammation leads to decreased sensitivity and poor performance. Gerald's transformation was remarkable. We eliminated synthetic E and focused on natural sources: almonds, sunflower seeds, spinach. Within 6 weeks, his confidence returned. His wife said he was like his old self again. The rule here is simple: never exceed 200 IU of synthetic vitamin E from supplements. Whole foods provide all the E you need and forms your body recognizes. But synthetic vitamin E is just the beginning of this vitamin nightmare. What I'm about to reveal next is probably hiding in your anti-aging supplement stack right now, and it's systematically destroying your testosterone while you sleep. The second destroyer is one that health-conscious seniors swear by for anti-aging benefits: high-dose vitamin A supplementation. Unlike water-soluble vitamins that your body flushes out easily, vitamin A is fat-soluble. It accumulates in your tissues over time, building like slow poison that destroys your hormonal balance. David, a 67-year-old former engineer, researched everything meticulously. He read about vitamin A's anti-aging benefits and started taking 25,000 IU daily, convinced he was investing in his health. What David didn't realize: he was slowly poisoning his liver, while crashing his testosterone production. Over 1 year, David transformed from confident and energetic into someone his wife barely recognized. The changes were devastating: crushing fatigue, joint pain, and complete disinterest in physical intimacy. Most heartbreaking was the personality change. David became irritable, withdrawn, and deeply depressed. Maybe you've noticed subtle changes in yourself lately? Less energy than you used to have, less interest in activities you once enjoyed. Feeling like a stranger in your own body? High-dose vitamin A toxicity could be the hidden culprit. Here's exactly how high-dose vitamin A systematically destroys your masculinity. First, it interferes with your body's ability to properly metabolize vitamin D. Vitamin D functions like a hormone, directly supporting testosterone production and sexual function. Second, excess vitamin A overwhelms your liver's capacity to process hormones effectively. When your liver is overwhelmed with vitamin A toxicity, estrogen levels rise dramatically, while testosterone crashes. Third, chronic vitamin A toxicity causes significant bone problems and joint pain. Reduced physical activity directly impacts circulation and hormone production. A vicious downward spiral of declining vitality. David's recovery required eliminating all vitamin A supplements and supporting his liver's detoxification processes. Within 3 months, his energy bounced back dramatically, his mood improved significantly, and his intimate relationship became better than it had been in years. For men over 60, the safe upper limit for vitamin A is just 3,000 IU daily. Most quality multivitamins contain safe amounts, but those high-dose anti-aging supplements can be devastating to your health and manhood. Now, what's coming next will shock you even more, because everyone talks about vitamin D deficiency, but what doctors don't tell you is that vitamin D excess might be far more dangerous for your cardiovascular system and sexual health. You've heard constant messaging about vitamin D deficiency, especially if you spend most of your time indoors. The health industry has convinced millions of senior men that more vitamin D is always better. But here's the dangerous truth that most doctors will never tell you. Taking 5,000 IU or more of vitamin D daily without the proper cofactors can actually stiffen your arteries, destroy healthy blood flow, and completely wreck your sexual performance. Thomas, a 62-year-old retired high school teacher, tested low for vitamin D during his annual physical. His physician immediately prescribed 5,000 IU daily, promising boosted energy and stronger bones. Thomas was the perfect patient. He took his vitamin D religiously every morning for over a year. But instead of feeling stronger, Thomas developed severe anxiety, chronic insomnia, and noticed his sexual performance becoming increasingly unreliable. Sound familiar? You're following your doctor's recommendations perfectly, but somehow feeling worse than ever? Here's the hidden danger destroying thousands of senior men. When you take high-dose vitamin D without magnesium and vitamin K2, the vitamin D forces your intestines to absorb massive amounts of calcium from your food. But without proper cofactors, that calcium doesn't go to your bones. It starts depositing in your soft tissues, particularly your arteries and heart. This calcium buildup in your cardiovascular system is devastating for sexual function. Your blood vessels become progressively stiffer and narrower, dramatically reducing circulation to areas that matter most for intimate performance. But there's an even more insidious problem. High-dose vitamin D without adequate magnesium rapidly depletes your body's existing magnesium stores. Magnesium is essential for over 300 enzymatic reactions, including testosterone production, muscle relaxation, and stress management. When your magnesium levels crash, you develop anxiety, insomnia, muscle tension, and chronic stress, all absolute killers of sexual desire and performance. You end up in chronic fight-or-flight stress, which elevates cortisol and further suppresses testosterone. Thomas's transformation began when we made 3 critical adjustments. We reduced his vitamin D to 2,000 IU daily, added high-quality magnesium glycinate, and included vitamin K2 to direct calcium to his bones instead of his arteries. Within just 6 weeks, Thomas was sleeping through the night, his anxiety had virtually disappeared, and his confidence in the bedroom returned stronger than it had been in years. For most men over 60, the safe and effective range is 1,000 to 2,000 IU of vitamin D daily, always combined with magnesium and K2. Never take megadose vitamin D alone. It creates far more problems than it solves. But everything I've shared so far pales in comparison to what's coming next. This final vitamin is causing permanent, irreversible damage to thousands of senior men. And once the damage is done, there's often no way back. Now we come to what I consider the most dangerous vitamin mistake that senior men make: megadose vitamin B6 supplementation. These supplements are aggressively marketed to men over 60 for energy support and nerve health, with bold promises of renewed vitality. But the devastating irony is that these high-dose B6 supplements are actually destroying nerve function and permanently erasing physical sensation in men who were completely healthy before taking them. Kenneth's story will break your heart. This 69-year-old retired mechanic had always been proud of his physical vitality. He was still working on cars in his garage, still felt young and capable, still enjoyed an active, intimate relationship with his wife. Kenneth started taking 200 milligrams of vitamin B6 daily after reading online about its benefits for senior energy. 6 months after starting that seemingly innocent supplement, Kenneth's entire world collapsed. He began losing sensation in his hands and feet, making his mechanical work nearly impossible. But far worse was what happened during his most intimate moments. Kenneth completely lost physical sensation during intimacy with his wife of 45 years. When Kenneth broke down in my office, he told me through tears, "Doctor, I can't feel anything anymore. The physical connection that sustained our marriage for nearly 5 decades is just gone. I feel broken, like I'm not a real man anymore." If you're a man who values physical intimacy, who cherishes the connection and pleasure that comes from touch, please listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. Megadose vitamin B6 causes irreversible peripheral neuropathy, progressive nerve damage that permanently destroys sensation throughout your body, with particularly devastating effects on your most sensitive areas. The safe upper limit for B6 is 100 milligrams daily, but these energy supplements often contain 200 milligrams, 300 milligrams, even 500 milligrams per capsule. The supplement industry has convinced men that more is always better, but with B6, more can mean the permanent end of physical pleasure and intimacy. High-dose B6 also severely depletes zinc stores throughout your body. And zinc is arguably the single most important mineral for male sexual health. It's essential for testosterone production, prostate function, sperm quality, and maintaining healthy libido. When B6 supplementation depletes your zinc, your entire reproductive system begins to shut down. The nerve damage from B6 toxicity is often permanent and progressive. It specifically targets sensory nerves, causing numbness, tingling, burning sensations, and complete loss of feeling. For men, this frequently means the end of sexual pleasure and the emotional connection that comes from physical intimacy. We immediately eliminated all B6 supplements from Kenneth's regimen, focused on rebuilding his zinc stores, and implemented nerve support protocols. After 8 months of intensive treatment, some sensation gradually returned to his hands and feet, but tragically, he never fully recovered the intimate sensitivity he had lost. Kenneth's message to other men is both simple and urgent. Please don't make my mistake. These high-dose vitamins nearly destroyed my marriage and took away something I can never fully get back. For men over 60, the safe amount of B6 is just 1.7 milligrams daily, exactly what you'll find in a high-quality multivitamin. Never exceed 25 milligrams total from all sources combined. Those megadose B6 supplements marketed specifically to seniors should be completely avoided. So what's the solution? How do you protect and optimize your health without inadvertently destroying your performance, vitality, and masculine confidence? The answer is actually simpler than the supplement industry wants you to believe. First, always test before you supplement. Never take vitamins based on marketing claims, fear-based advertising, or generic recommendations. Comprehensive blood work should guide every nutritional decision you make. Second, prioritize whole foods over synthetic supplements. Your body has evolved over millions of years to extract and utilize nutrients from real food sources. Dark leafy greens, raw nuts and seeds, fatty fish, and colorful vegetables provide vitamins in the exact forms your body recognizes. Third, work with healthcare providers who understand the critical difference between correcting deficiency and optimizing function. Find someone who tests thoroughly before recommending supplements and considers your complete hormonal picture. Remember, you don't need more supplements to maintain your vitality, strength, and confidence after 60. You need smarter supplementation. Your energy, your performance, your intimate relationships, and your masculine identity all depend on getting this right. If this video has opened your eyes to the dangerous vitamin mistakes that might be sitting in your medicine cabinet right now, I want you to smash that like button. Do you know another man over 60 who needs this critical information? Share this video with him. It could literally save his health, his vitality, and his most important relationships. Drop a comment below with exposed if you're currently taking any of these dangerous doses, and I promise I'll reply personally with specific guidance to help you create a safer, more effective approach. Subscribe to Vital Health Seniors and ring that notification bell. Because next week, I'm revealing the one nutrient deficiency that's silently stealing morning confidence from over 90% of senior men. And I guarantee it's not what you think it is. Your manhood, your vitality, and your confidence don't have to decline with age. They fade only when you make the wrong choices. Let's fix that together. I'm Dr. Mei Anderson, and I want you to know, your absolute best years are just getting started.